Hey, good morning. I'm out here sitting here in my yard. I was just thinking, what does an addict look like? Can you see him clearly? Huh? Behind a tail? Ooh. In a tree? Behind a light? Can you tell what an addict looks like? Do you want to know what an addict looks like? Think about it. Walk into a room. Just walk into a room. What does an addict look like? What do they have to do in order to be shown? Can you tell what an addict looks like? Well, you know what happens when you go to a rehab center. Have you ever been to a rehab center? What's it like there during family hour? What's it like there during the time that the family comes? The whole persona of that whole place changes. You know why? Because the positive things in their life are coming. It's a positive move to them. And when they're there, it's such a wonderful thing because they're vibrant and everyone is talking and everybody's together and it's great. But do you know what? When you go in there and you walk in there for the first time, you don't know who's an addict, who's a counselor, who's visiting. Do you know why? What does an addict really look like? Think of it as yourself. It's you. You're looking at yourself. Are you an addict? Were you at the beginning? Were you when you started? Were you an addict that needed help, that wanted someone to talk to but couldn't find it? Well, this is what I'm trying to do here at Body and Mind Redesign, is to get you to look at yourself, who you are as a person. You didn't know who you were at the beginning. No, it was fun. It was great. Okay, let's do this, let's do that. But what happens? What happens over time is you start lying to yourself. No, that's okay. That'll be okay. No, that's fine. Take, for example, blaming yourself. Constantly blaming yourself for everything. Or maybe no one ever listens to you. You're like, yeah, right, sure, just go ahead, yeah. As you were brought up, there were things happening in your family. See, everybody's different. Do you understand that? Everybody's different. And no two addicts look alike. Oh, sure. I'm going to ask you a question. Okay. You're an addict, right? You are. Or you wouldn't be here, right? Or maybe you're looking into this and think about this. Think about how an addict thinks now, okay? I can tell you because I am one. Ask someone who's an addict about someone who's an addict. Ask them about an addict. Say, do you know any addicts? Oh yeah, that Ralph, he's really awful. Oh, George over there, he's incredible. Oh, Tom, he's the worst. You should see him when he does. Does he ever talk about himself, herself, themselves? No. You know why? Because they're not ready. They're not ready, but they are. See, they don't want to be there either. But that's all they have. That's all that's there, believe me. I had a family, I had children, I had a good job. What did I need that for? It was my addictive personality, and I didn't know it. What I'm trying to do is show you. We can look at it ahead of time. You don't need to go through all the crap that I went through, or that other people go through, that don't get to tell you this. I would like to be able to help you get through it, but I can't do it for you. See, you and you and you all have your own different circumstance. And I'm not a doctor. And I'm not a therapist. But I've lived through all these things. I never looked at myself as an addictive person. I was. But I didn't. And I couldn't talk to anybody about it. There was nobody to talk to. Yes, therapists, doctors, yes, there were people to, but I had to get to me. I wanted to talk to someone who went through it, that needed to. And that's what I'm offering you. But you see, the thing is this, it's different. Because when an addict talks to you about another addict, they're not thinking it's them. There's always someone else worse. There isn't. I don't care if you're addicted to a piece of cheese or addicted to heroin. It's an addiction. And addictions are in addictions are in addictions. And what happens is they get worse and worse and worse, and you get more and more and more, and before you know it, there's a lot of addictions, because that's the way your life goes. Why? Because your mind is telling your brain it's okay. Well, start telling your brain the other way. That's the whole thing. Positive thoughts. Do things for yourself. But you see, this is what I'm talking about. You have to do it for you. You, not me. I can't do it for you. So look at my website, Facebook, YouTube, all that. If there's anything that you feel that you need to talk about, there's a Gmail page to get a hold of me. Only I see this. That's it. So, if you would, next time you look around a room, say, boy, I wonder who's addicted here. Gee, I wonder who's an alcoholic. Why don't you look at yourself? Look at yourself first. And you can do it. Thank you for listening. Don't forget, bodyandmindredesign.com. Appreciate your time. It's a beautiful day out here. You know, just remember though, people are people. We all look alike. We all are alike. We are all human beings with different things dealt to us in our lives. And yet, we can all help each other, make it through. Okay? So, I know it's a little serene, but we have to be very careful that we don't overlook ourselves when it comes to looking at addiction. So please, come back next time for more tips, more inspiration, and looking forward to seeing you. But I can't come back unless I say adios.